Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome to How to Be Unfiltered After Hours. How are you guys doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm all right. Thank you.
Doing
Mm.
amazing.
It's
So
great.
I guess I'll start off with a question. Um, Say you guys were in a relationship long term, maybe 3 years or more,
Mhm.
um, and your partner came up to you and asked you if you would be okay with opening up the relationship so it's no longer monogamous. How would you feel about that?
It's a no, but I want to know like why. Why you fixed your lips to even ask me such a silly, crazy, bizarre question, and to, well, what am I not bringing to the table where you're worrying about the next Tom, Dick, and Harry, Rodney?
Let's see.
Okay. I would say it depends on how they asked, but also the why. Like, am I boring or like, do I not have enough penis or like, I don't know, like,
And what
and
do you mean
also
by that? I'm sorry. Continue.
and then also like the how, like, how are you asking me this? Like, are you asking me this like in front of people or are you asking me this in the comfort of our own home? Just depends. A lot of scenarios.
So you want to like set, like you might be okay with it, but you want to set
Mm,
some
like
boundaries.
like set the mood first.
In front of people was crazy.
You never know. People are crazy. But like I say, if she was to come to me and say, I think we should open up the relationship or whatever, I'll be like, okay. Like, is it gonna be open on both ends? Because people have their parameters. So I guess it depends. Hi, Will. It's Big
Well,
Daddy.
they didn't hear you say hi.
It's Big
I
Big Daddy. But yeah.
um oh, I lost my train of thought. Um, wow, sorry, I was about to ask you guys something. Um, oh no, sorry, I remember now. I've seen it where some people, like you were saying with the parameters, some people um they want it for them, but their partner has to stay loyal.
Hmm.
And that's so weird. I don't know why you would even fix your mouth to ask somebody that, but I guess. For me, it would be an immediate relationship ender because you typically, I would say, when someone asks the question, they already have someone in mind, and that's the reason why they're asking. Whether that be, it's most likely someone that they know already, like a
Mm,
coworker or a friend that they have, um, and they want your permission so that they don't have to cheat.
mm. That's a good one. Yeah, I like that. I would believe so. Yeah.
If your partner is, that's just, I mean, there's some people that are open to that, right? Like swingers and, whatever else. Um, but
Hmm.
I feel like you're just asking for your relationship to fail. You're just setting it up for failure. I just don't see like how an open relationship or like I just don't see how that's going to benefit your relationship. Take a break if you want to explore other people, break up. I don't see how that it works for some people, but based on what I've heard from ex personal experiences, it doesn't seem to work out in the end for you and your partner. So,
Also, I've seen, oh, sorry.
And I was about to say, I don't understand the guys who ask for it, especially the ones who don't set parameters. Like, if they just let their girl go out and all willy nilly, what if she goes out and meets some kind of like Mandingo warrior and she doesn't
It's
want to
funny
come
you
back
say
home?
that. I was
Hmm?
thinking about that.
Yeah, like, what if you go out and she meets somebody who has more than 8 inches?
That's usually what happens. The women are usually the ones with more options, and the guy just has that one person that they wanted to sleep with. They end up getting rejected probably too. And
Yeah.
and then they don't got no one else, and then they get jealous and they wanna stop it.
Yeah, yeah, crazy.
I mean, it reflects that on dating apps as well. Women are typically the ones that have more options. So,
Yes and no.
I mean,
I don't know. It really
Women are not
depends.
looking for every guy. They're looking for one specific type of guy.
mhm. But I'm saying
And
more people tend to swipe on women.
oh yeah, of course, because guys are desperate. Guys, I can tell you that
Exactly.
a guy like he swipes right on every. Is it right? I never. I don't. It's been a while since I've been on
It's
there.
right, like they're right for you.
Yeah, like so. Guys just swipe right on everything until something comes through. So I think that's why people feel that way, or a lot of women feel that way. But it's just a game. It's a numbers game for a guy.
I think a struggle though for women on dating apps is finding a guy that doesn't just want to hook up. That's hard. Slim pickings,
Yeah.
because a lot of guys on there just want to hook up. They
No,
don't
I
actually
agree.
want anything serious.
That's the point of the app. I don't understand how people think
No,
they go
there
find
because
a relationship on these
there's
apps.
Well,
apps like there are apps that are catered to more relationships or
mm,
whatever, but there's always the
Hmm.
guys that like they'll pretend they're also looking for a relationship and trick you and
How can a guy trick
based on
you
what I've heard.
into?
Huh?
I don't. I never get that term. Like, how can a guy trick you into thinking like because he tells you something?
Yeah, like like run game on you, take you on dates and get to know you and sweet talk you, and then once
mhm.
he hits it, he quits it. It's a real thing, and women are always having to deal with that crap, and I feel for them.
But women are so smart.
No, they are, but no, they are, but some men they're manipulators.
Mm. I, well, for one, I want to clarify when I mentioned dating apps, it was in the context of hooking up, which is why we were talking about options. But when I was talking about options, for like the open relationship, because people are typically using that for sex. But I will say, I can't sit here and lie. A lot of women know that this guy is a red flag and they ignore the red flags. I'm not saying that every guy is not a manipulator, or I'm not saying that there aren't guys that are manipulators, is what I mean. But
Okay.
I mean, these stories I be hearing, a lot of women will say the most egregious stuff, and then I'm just like, why did you let that slide? And then later, when he did something even worse, that was like the breaking point, you know?
Hmm.
But that doesn't change the fact that there are people out there that are genuinely good at manipulating as well.
Mhm.
But is it really manipulating, or
I
do most women just think that they can change the guy?
Some do think that. Mhm.
yeah,
I think women like projects.
Men do too. Men like challenges, especially if you don't want to give it up yet.
yep.
You
And
start
they'll
and
take it
then
as a
they go on a
challenge.
little chase, Tom and Jerry
Mhm.
type shit.
Good job. Great topic. I like that.
Thank you.
About time you started contributing. But yeah.
Wow.
So if right, women are always right, right?
Most of the time.
Okay, and men are always wrong, right? Okay. So if a man was to say women are always right, is he wrong or is he right?
Hmm. He's right about that.
A broken clock is right twice a day.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, well, that's why we got to be careful with using the word always. What mostly is more appropriate. Women are mostly right, men are mostly wrong. When a man says women are always right,
What makes you think women are mostly right?
we're just more logical.
I don't think you know what that word means.
You see.
Well, we are. We think through things. We are better about regulating our emotions. Um,
That's a lot.
Oh, sorry, Rhonda, continue. Oh,
I don't know, my laptop. I gotta charge it. Okay. It's almost 10%. Anyway,
plug it in.
I mean, no, I do think we mature faster.
We do.
Physically,
Where
yes.
no, we're able to deal with I
Don't
think
do this to
we're
yourself.
able to handle difficult scenarios better.
I agree with that.
Just how like think of it this way, right? When, when husband and wife, elderly husband and wife, right? If the husband dies first, the woman can still live on. But I've found that statistically, if the wife dies first, the husband only lives a couple of years. Why is that? Hmm?
If you're talking about elderly couples, they usually die right after each other, regardless.
No,
They die from broken heart syndrome.
not fun.
Women typically live longer than men after their partner dies.
Who told you?
The
How much
widowhood
longer? It
effect.
is not that long. They
Losing
both
a
die.
spouse makes men 70% more likely to die within a year. I did not
And
know
what?
that. That's a interesting fact, Rhonda. Thank
I
you.
highly, I highly doubt
And
that
why?
Well, how about
But
you
and
highly
why
didn't even
is
look up
that? And why is that?
because
Why is
anytime
that?
I see it on either side, they both generally die right after each other.
We are just better at managing our stress and emotions. And one big factor is, and it's not a jab at men, just one big reason for that is, well, like we know like we just know how to take on things like when we're stressed like we'll call a friend and vent and I will say there's it's harder for men to do that initiate that with their friends or whoever because
That's
and it's
true.
not their fault right it's just that this whole thing of this
Mm.
whole idea where a man has to like be strong and it's hard for them to be vulnerable and talk about their emotions that's a big factor that's a big part of it.
Hmm.
You see how you're reacting right now? Like this is
Kind of
perfect. This is
bullshit y'all be feeding yourself.
Also, fun fact, I feel a lot of men say that they're less emotional, but the thing is, it's because they don't include the emotions that women experience, right? They don't look at like anger as its own emotion because you see them when
Hmm.
the sports come on. And you would think, and then you're like, oh, here you are talking about how women, I guess, cry a lot, and how is punching your fist in a TV because your team didn't score or something? How is that any different? I would
It's
say
not
it's
really. That's
scarier,
not really
actually.
anger though.
a little off
I think.
topic, but I wanted to mention this. And I don't know if it was this Super Bowl or a year ago or the year
It was
before,
I know what you're talking about.
the
It was
one
last year.
last year,
Mm-hmm.
where I don't know, yeah, one of the no, during the game they wanted to I guess advertise one of the streaming channels. So what they
Maybe
did was they like literally interrupted whatever the
the play.
football hosts were talking about
Yeah.
and they cut it off and then they were like it looked like they were scrolling you know when you're smart TV and you're like scrolling
Yes.
so that's how it looked and
Mm-hmm.
then all these girls spoke up the next day saying they experienced like domestic violence from their partner because they're like where the fuck is the remote who's touching my remote and
Mm-hmm.
they'll slap them around and it's yeah
TV
Robbie
rates go
you're
up during sports. Yep. During
When the
sports.
fuck did this happen?
It happened. You can seriously look it up. She's not doing it. It happened last year. It looked like someone was changing the channel and they went ballistic.
I gotta see the
And
color
there
of
were
these
so many
people.
reports of violence after that. It was crazy. But it happens every year with sports because a lot of men don't know how to control that stuff when it comes to sports.
I have not seen one man that emotional about a team.
Well, I'm glad that the people that you surround yourself with don't act like that, but it still
But
happens.
it doesn't mean it doesn't cancel out that it's not. It's still a thing. Like it is happening.
Like I can admit
I
that
don't
women
think it's that
manipulate
much of a
men. I
thing.
just don't hang around women that do that.
Okay, so did you want to ask another question?
Rodney, are you okay? Like you're over there tweaking. Do you have something to ask?
I'm listening.
But yeah, but you're making faces, you're being rude.
Like, do you feel like we're saying something crazy or
No, I don't know. This is news to me. I don't know. I've never heard this stuff before.
okay, well, I'll send you the link after.
I didn't say I didn't believe. I said I've never heard it. And usually you hear everything, especially on TikTok.
It was
I'm
it
pretty
was
sure.
going on around TikTok last year. People were posting about it. Maybe it probably didn't get on your feed though. Depends on what you're interacting with.
I sent it.
Mm.
I thought somebody.
What happened?
I thought I sent it to someone.
Like today?
No, like um yeah, a few days ago. Around
Oh,
that.
Now I would have believed you like this year because of Bad Bunny stuff, but other than that, I don't know. I'll look at it. I'll find it. Nothing wrong with learning something new, I guess. What do you think about, how can I phrase this? Young women turning 18, seemingly having older men waiting on them, I guess you could say,
yeah.
and making them millionaires. What do you guys think about that?
I think it's creepy. Like, yeah, I saw what was her name? Tay?
It'll tell you.
Yeah, little Tay. Well, she's not little no more, but when whatever, I guess as soon as she turned 18 and started posting OnlyFans content, which was literally like maybe the day after she turned 18, she had like what over 1 million subscribers all of a sudden.
$1 million.
I'm sorry, $1 million. Well, good for her, right? Number one,
Mhm.
good for her. But number two, I do find that a little, I find that very creepy. Yeah, like these men were like lining up waiting for her 18th birthday to, see whatever she has.
So let me tell you guys like the stats, right? For OnlyFans. And then I read this. I want you to tell me how you feel. Okay. Tell me which side do you think is more to blame? So the average woman on OnlyFans is between 18 and 22. Okay. The average, I guess you could say buyer is between the age of 38 and 43,
Ew.
which is 90, I think they said 98.9% male in terms of buyers.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah. So who's like, so the women, they know, the ones that are between 18 and 22, right? They know who they're selling to. So does it make them weird or the guys weird?
They
The
don't have to
guys.
buy it.
Huh?
They don't have to
But,
buy it. No one's putting a gun to their head and telling them to buy it.
but they don't have to sell it either.
Yeah, but if I see someone selling like I don't know if I can say the word. If I see someone selling hard substances on the street,
Hmm.
they probably shouldn't be selling it, but I'm not gonna go up to them and buy it because for me, I know morally, I feel it's reprehensible.
Hmm.
They can't predict their customers either. Like they're just putting it out there and then whoever gets it gets it.
I think you pretty much know.
You have an idea, you don't know for sure. People lie about their age on OnlyFans too. But what I'm actually curious about is why is it specifically this, why is it this small bracket of the age 30, what'd you say, 38 to 42?
Hmm.
Why is it that specific?
And they're usually married.
Oh, surprise,
But
surprise.
what about like are they going through like a midlife crisis? Like why is it so
That's
common
what I
for
feel
that
like it
age
is.
range?
Well, they
Why is
don't
it
go that deep, but yeah.
Some they're
But
lonely,
usually
even though they're
when
married.
you if
You're
you're
not
married
answering my
and you're
question.
between if you're married and you're between 38 and 42, at some point you do go into this phase of your marriage where it's kind of like sexless.
Okay, let's say they're not married.
Hmm.
Why is it that age range?
That they're looking at that age range, or that because they're 38 or whatever, and they're on OnlyFans
What? No, like, why is it that age range of men on OnlyFans?
to look.
No, okay, get it. I
No,
thought
I
it,
I
I
get your
thought there'd be
question. It's
more.
just like I don't think he knows how to answer that because it's just like that's just a statistic.
Yeah, I
No,
mean,
no,
that
no,
just so
I know, I
happens
just,
to be their age.
well, I thought maybe you had an idea since you're a guy, but yeah.
No, like they like younger girls. Like they're on there to see young girls.
See, and the fact that you're using girls is what makes it creepier. I'm not saying you're creepy. I'm saying that's literally what they are. They're essentially girls.
Yeah,
And they're looking also, this just,
and
points
they've been watching these girls. Like Lil
exactly.
Tay grew up on the internet.
Yeah, it just points out that
What's
the
the other
law is the
girl?
only thing stopping these people.
Yeah. Well, honestly, it doesn't stop them. It's just
It,
if you
it,
get caught. Most people do try not to get caught. I
it
think Chris Hansen proved that, but yeah.
I saw
yeah,
something like, well, I was like digging, I was going down a hole of like, the Epstein files and stuff. Whatever. Anyway, so
Okay.
I was reading about a bunch of girls like relating with each other on how when they were like young and they didn't think anything of it, but now they do. Because
Hmm.
you just don't realize like how many like pedo men you've like interacted with. But
yep,
yeah, like just think about like when you were like a minor and like these men would like catcall or like even just like stare you down, check you out
yep.
or whatever, hit on you. And I don't know, it's kind of funny because like some of these girls are like, damn, I thought I just got ugly, but they were just pedos. Because like, yeah, I mean, I don't know, for me personally, my experience is like, yeah, and even in middle
Hold
school,
on.
and I looked like shit,
Hmm.
okay? Or high
Mhm.
school. But yeah, then as I got older, yeah,
It went down.
yeah, I
Same.
was like,
I got catcalled the most when I was in middle school. And mind you, I already look younger than I am now. So imagine how young I looked when I was in middle school. I was freaking like a child. And it was, I don't know, it just disgusts me, bothers me so much.
So, how do you feel about the girls who only want older men?
mm,
I,
Because I knew, and well, I don't know about, well, not you, Nat, but Rhonda's kind of old.
I'm not
But
old,
in
I'm
high
I'm
school,
30.
old.
in high school, right?
Yeah, it's part of the
All the
problem.
young girls, 16, 15, 16, only dated guys who were 25 and up.
And why are they doing that? Not the girls. Why are the men
No,
accepting that? That's their
see,
fault.
you see how you only put these girls sought those. They skipped over all the guys in their school class,
They're the
everything,
minors.
and they
The
wanted those
adult's
guys.
supposed to say no. If I'm 24, if a 17-year-old tries to hit on me, I'm gonna be like, back up. You're no, that's weird.
All
They're the
right,
minor, they're the child.
you
I'm the
would think.
adult.
All right, you would think, but that didn't happen.
Yeah, but
But
so
I'm
I'm
saying,
not gonna put the blame on the kid.
all right, but people seek it out. Even 18-year-old girls today, right? What's that girl's name? It's like a famous girl, but I'm pretty sure it happens more than that. But I'm talking about just like visible women, right?
Hmm.
They're 18, 19. They're like, I won't date a guy unless he's established, which means he has to be like 30 plus.
Yeah,
So how is he gonna end up being the back when some women are seeking these guys out?
because
Because it's
he's
not. I mean, we
30
know
years
guys are
old with a
weird. Guys
developed
are
brain that knows that it's weird for him to date someone that young.
They're older, right? Like you're
They're
older,
older,
you
they
should be
know.
know
But you
better.
just no. You guys just said that women develop faster, so you guys should be smarter faster.
I wasn't when I said develop, yeah, like they mature faster than men, but compared to the same age. Like I'm 18, he's 18, who's probably more mature, more likely to be
Which
mature.
means you should be
I'm
better
not
decision
talking about a
makers.
man being 10 years older than a woman. No, he should know better, obviously.
Hmm.
That's not what I
But
was.
if somebody's set in their ways, you can't change their mind.
Well, where's her father?
What do
Let's
you
start
mean?
there.
A
You
lot of
mean you
women
said
don't
if
have
like a young
fathers.
girl is set in her way, she can't change
That's
her
where
mind?
it's coming from.
Hmm?
That's the
You
problem.
said if a young girl is set in her way, she can't change her mind?
Most of them don't.
I mean,
They
typically,
know what they
from
want.
my experience, because I made a bad choice like that when I was like 19,
Hmm.
you learn from the experience. And that's all
Yeah.
you can really, and I've told people, and I've had people that were, because now that I'm like older, I've had
Hmm.
people where they're like 18, they're like, oh, this guy's 30 something, he's so attractive, da, da. And I'm like, what do I tell them? One, why is he looking at people that are your age, and what's wrong with the women around him? So what's his
Hmm.
issue? And what do women
Hmm.
not like in him that he feels like he has to date younger people? More often than not, that relationship does not end up going well. And I try to explain that, but most of the time, like at that age, even if you are mature in other ways, when it comes to things like emotion, in some
Hmm.
senses, where like with feelings, things still get like they're still irrational, to be honest.
Young people and old people have one thing in common. They're stubborn. It's usually like the middle of the road people who got sense. And this is what I'm saying. It's just like it's always gonna be the older person's fault,
Oh, I have sense
usually. But
because
I'm just
you're
saying,
old and that's young. I'm in the middle. I have sense.
you're not in the middle of anything.
Oh,
You're
I
closer
am.
to me than you are.
You're older
You're
than me
closer to me
though.
than you're
No,
closer
I'm
than
not,
that.
bro. Aren't you
You
like 37?
get the fuck out of here.
How
35,
old
bro.
are you?
I'm
35. I'm literally
yeah.
in the middle. Nat's 24.
Mhm. You're
I'm
closer to
30.
me than you are to her.
Okay, by one fucking year, bitch, but I'm still in the motherfucking middle,
You
ho.
just want to be young so bad, bro.
I am young. Like, what the hell's wrong with you, bro? I'm young.
Yeah, you're young.
I'm doing the math right now.
I'm young. You're old.
Sure. Okay. Whatever you say.
You're 35, right?
You're 30.
Okay, cool. You're old.
I don't think either of you are old, okay? The end.
You're 10 years older. Actually, no, you're 11 years older than that.
Yeah.
You need to look in the mirror, honey.
Yeah, he had 11 years,
So
yeah.
when Nat was
Mm,
17,
mm.
He's
when Nat was
28, right?
yeah, would
Yeah.
you
Okay.
Yeah.
would you be her friend right now? If that was if you were 28-year-old Rodney?
She wouldn't even be near me
The
at that
only way we'd be
age.
interacting is if we were in college, to be honest. And I feel like outside of class, he wouldn't even talk to me because he's not a weirdo. So, the end.
You
Wait
tried to
for
make
me.
that point so that she wouldn't feel old.
I'm gonna eat dinner with you. Huh?
Who tried to make what point?
No, I said she tried to make a point so she wouldn't feel old.
I don't think either of you guys are old. I don't think 30s is old. I think if we're talking about relative to a teenager, yes, you guys are significantly older, as am I. I still feel like I have a distance between myself and teenagers, but I don't think in the grand scheme you're old, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
That's all for my friendship circle now. Okay. Okay.
Okay, guys. Well, that wraps up After Hours. I hope you enjoyed it. It's a little different, something chill, you know.
Yep.
You have any other suggestions? We're open to it. Sometimes I do prank calls. Okay,
Yes.
Next
Thanks
week
for
the
watching.
prank calls are coming back next week, guys.
bitch. All right. Thank you.
Good
Bye.
night.